G'day everyone, I'm Wolfie Rankin and this is Wolfie's Vinyl. I'm looking a little bit scruffy today, not quite rock star material, maybe a rock star the day after the night before. Maybe I look a bit like that, a bit fuzzy and probably need a shower and everything. But otherwise, I'm feeling a bit of an ass today, kind of a bit naughty. And I thought to myself, well, I'm going to get into it and do a video for you. I saw this on What Records, and I looked at it and I thought, ooh, should I get that? Should I get it? Should I not? Should I? And I sort of thought about it for a while. You know how it is when you see something you like and you think, oh, I don't know, will I or won't I? Maybe I've got to fix the car or something like that. Maybe I don't need a record this week, but yeah, you always need a record, don't you? This is the Style Council, and it's The Boy Who Cried Wolf. And you can see that it's an American record. We don't have this kind of thing over in Australia right here because this is actually the result of a format war. And you can look this up on Wikipedia or whatever. 45s always came out with a big hole in the middle, and the big records, the 12 inches, always had a small hole in the middle, for the albums. And this is just a hangover from that. And all the singles in Australia have got small holes. So it's only the American ones that really, American, maybe South American too, maybe somewhere else, I don't know. But most of the European, Australian, New Zealand ones have small holes. And I'm trying to hold this and the camera's turning it all the wrong way. Sorry about that. This was a promo and I saw it on What Records for about £10. And I thought, ooh, that's not too bad. I might get that. It says on the label, promotion, not for sale. But it was for sale at the record shop anyway. So I thought about buying it. And then I sort of went, ooh, I don't know. And it took me a while. And I went back after a couple of hours and I went, yeah, I'll have that. And it was sold. Oh dear. So what I did, I went looking for it on Discogs. And as it turned out, this is the same one, I think, because they used the same picture that was on What Records. And it was £14 instead of 10. So I think what they'd done is they'd bought it from What Records and they hiked the price up a little bit, and they flogged it for about £4 more for silly people like me who will part with their money. So yeah. So anyway, I thought that because it relates like it relates to me in a big way, So I thought, well, I might just pop for that one. So I did, even though I had to pay £4 more. Well, that's what you get for waiting. You can't hang around these days. Okay, and anyway, while we're talking about that, there's this. This is the Style Council, our favourite shop. And this is on coloured vinyl. Thank you very much. And I did get this from What Records as well. They've still got it on sale if you want it. And a beautiful record. It's also got The Boy Who Cried Wolf on it. And I would highly recommend this. If you're a Style Council fan, there's another Style Council one out too on orange vinyl, which I don't know much about. I think maybe I was kind of over the Style Council by the time that came out. So I'm not going to get that one, but I'm quite happy to have this one. Thank you. Now, people who know me know that I like my 70s and 80s, but I saw something that looked quite nice, and I just had that sort of, ooh, maybe I should get that. So I picked it up, and it's Arcade Fire's Everything Now. Now, I want to tell you something about this. I saw it on online at JB Hi-Fi, which is our local supplier. And normally I get my records from the UK because it's the only way you can get really nice, collector's item type records. You can't seem to get many here in this country. So I had a look at it, and it said the night version, which I know has the coloured vinyl in it, which is a sort of a greeny, bluey record. and it was advertised as such over at On What Records, where I normally go, as I said. But on the JB Hi-Fi page, it appeared that they were selling the different cover, but a black record. So I thought to myself, well, I might as well just order from my favorite record shop like I normally do. So I did that, and there's a guy who's an Aussie, and he's making videos much like I am, exactly the same kind of videos that I am, really. And he bought one from JB Hi-Fi thinking that it was a black vinyl, opened it up, and it was the colored vinyl. And it's also got this odd thing in it, which is a kind of like a brochure for shops. And what it's sort of, it sort of looks like it's something like advertising or something like that. And it turns out that it's got all the liner notes and everything on it. So it's a very nice addition to the whole package. It's something that I think is a great thing to have, and I've been listening to Arcade Fire on Spotify. I'm quite happy with it. I really do quite like their music. The band sounds like it could have come out of the 80s. So therefore, it's allowed in my collection. I'm not an asshole. I'm quite happy to sort of say that, yeah, if something's good, it's good. So, yeah, I like that. So, it's nice. Now, I don't know whether they're selling this at JB Hi-Fi or not, but everything now has also come out as a 12-inch on orange vinyl. And just look at that awesome cover there. That's all those synths and things. Isn't that fantastic? I just love music gear. It's so great. I can't play it, but I wish I could. So, but I love the look of that. And as far as a piece of art goes, and I like keeping my records for art, really, I love that. I think that's fantastic. So I'm really happy. So there's Arcade Fire. So, have I bought any Bowie? Of course I have. I always buy some David Bowie stuff. And this time, it's the next day, and it's supposedly on yellow vinyl, and it's from Japan, as you can see, because it's got an obi strip. Now, for those of you who don't know what an obi strip is, it's just the Japanese translation of the English that's on the album, so that the Japanese people who might buy this album to listen to can find out what the tracks are called and who produced them and so forth. And the obi strip actually comes off. If you've never had one before, it just kind of slips off. A lot of people generally sort of throw them away, but collectors always hang on to the obi strip. You should always hang on to the obi strip. It's really quite important. Obi means belt because it goes around the album. So, and this certainly does. Now, I was on David Bowie Facebook group, and I was sort of complaining because when I got this, it had been opened, and the vinyl was around the back, and just kind of sitting there and in a couple of sleeves, and I was really quite put out by that. So I got onto the record shop, which, funny enough, wasn't very far from me. And they said, yeah, we can give you a sealed copy. So they sent me this, and I just exchanged it at the front door. And the guy in the David Bowie group said, but all the records come undone like that. So I don't know, maybe they've done something sly, like maybe they've just had one that was unsealed and they've sealed it up again. I don't know. Now, I don't get things that are usually opened, but in some cases they are opened because they've been signed. And this one certainly has been signed, and it's this one, Black Grape. It's called Pop Voodoo, as you can see, and it's been signed by the band. Isn't that fantastic? So I've got a signed copy. It's a black vinyl one, unfortunately, but there were actual coloured vinyl versions on the website, but I missed out on that. They were signed, and look at this. Isn't that fantastic? That is just beautiful. And the thing is, I don't know anything about Black Grape, and I really love this. I really love the way that it looks. I love the art on it. It's fantastic. But at the same time, I'm thinking of selling it, so I might sell it. So if you go on Discogs and find me, you may get this album. This might end up being in your collection. Who knows? So that's Pop Voodoo by Black Grape. Now, do you watch Techmoan's videos? Techmoan is a guy who gets a lot of audio equipment, a lot of which has died out over the last few years, and he sort of resurrects it and shows you what it can and can't do. And I really like his videos. I think they're fascinating. But what he was showing a few weeks ago was a guy called Jeremy Hayden, and this is him, and he's got this new album called Blue Wicked, which is released on vinyl, cassette, CD, mini disc, and this, which is a DCC. Now, apparently, there hasn't been any recorded DCCs since about 1996. So imagine our surprise when we see something like this come out, and it's for sale at his website right now. You can get them. The mini discs that he had are all sold out. He's selling a few on eBay, but he said that some of the cases were scuffed. But this is a brand new DCC. So if you've got a DCC player, I haven't, you could actually play this. And I wonder how many other artists are up for it. I think there's a lot of people going, well, you know, I've got this old thing and I'd really like to get it going again, or maybe they've seen it on eBay or something and they're fascinated. Well, maybe artists would, I don't know. He had a bunch of mini disc players that he'd used to master his recording, and I suppose he's done the same with these. I don't know exactly how he's managed it, but he must have paid out quite a bit to actually put these out. There's only about 100 or so of these, so I don't know about the guy himself or the music. I've never heard of him before. But the fact of the matter is, this is the first DCC that we've seen pre-recorded since 1996. So in a way, it's a really quite a good collector's item, I reckon. So have a look for that. You can just Google it and you'll find him. And it's quite expensive. It's about $76. Now the thing is, I've only bought this to actually show it on the video, so because I can't play it or anything myself. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sell this. So if you go on to Discogs and you find me later on, not now, not right now, but later on, you'll see that I will be selling this. So anyone who may have wanted one can probably get it from me, and I'm not going to, you know, put it on eBay and do a bidding thing, because that sucks. I don't like that. I just like to pay for something when I get it, and I think a lot of you are the same too. So I'm just going to find a price to put on it and sell it, so you can get the enjoyment out of it, or just keep it, like maybe I do with a lot of things. So there's that. Now, there's a guy I met on one of the Bowie groups called Stephen S. Smith. Now, Stephen was a guy who used to work for a magazine which specialized in articles about David Bowie. Now, he has decided to sell some of the photos that he took during his career, and I just want to show you some of them because they're pretty fantastic. There's Bowie there. He's turned up to chat at a radio station somewhere, and I must get the information about that. And I'll just go through these with you. There's that. That's him sitting at the radio station desk with his band. They're really nice glossy photos too, these things. They're very special. So a little bit of a performance there. Sitting at the desk being interviewed. I'm going to have to get a nice book to put these in, I think. So there's the man. I've got to admit that these are really quite something, aren't they? So there you go. And I think there's a few there that are kind of same-ish. So, yeah. But anyway, that's it. And I think I've done the lot for today. There's stuff turning up soon. And there's a little bit of a thing that I want to warn you about, especially if you're a Bowie fan. There's a record coming out. It's called Floored. Now, Floored. Now, it's a recording from David Bowie performing at the Dinah Shore show. Now, Dinah Shore was a person who used to go out and entertain the troops years ago. And I think she was a singer at some point when she used to do that sort of thing. And she came home to the US and she ended up having like a variety show of her own. I can remember seeing it when I was a kid. And Bowie was on there around 1975, and he performed a little bit of a concert. And somebody had the recording, and they've pressed it onto vinyl, and it's never been on vinyl before. Now, there was about 250-ish blue, sparkly vinyl records of this pressed. And when I say sparkly, yes, it's got glitter impressed in it. So that's sold out, that's gone. But if you hurry, you can find the red sparkly version, and that's there's under about 400 copies of that, I think, somewhere around about that number. And you can buy it for a normal price if you hurry. If you are a bit slow, you might have to shell out something like $80 or $90 at eBay. It's going to get quite expensive. So do go out and see if you can find that now before it sells out. I mean, that's what I do this video for, is so that you'll save money rather than having to fork out going, oh God, if only I knew that was there, and finding out later and having to pay through the nose on eBay for something that you would have really loved. So Floored is out there right now. You can get it. There's one place that I've seen. It's got it. There's details on Wolfie's Vinyl, which is my Facebook group. You can go there right now and check things out. I put a lot of details up there. So if you if I don't have time to make a video of it, or I just find out about it, just find out about it now. I might be in bed and I might be doing my Twitter and something comes up, I can chuck it onto Wolfie's Vinyl. And so anyone who really likes this video should go over there and have a look at what I put up, because you might see something that I've forgotten to talk about, which is quite possible. And the other thing is too, I do have a Ko-fi account, and if you'd like to drop $3 on me to buy me a coffee or something, that would be appreciated. It would keep me going, and so on. Yeah, and as I said too, some of these records that I've been buying will end up going for sale on Discogs probably at a later date. So just keep an eye on me. And if you're there, just friend me or something like that. And I don't know how it works. Do you get updates for something like that? Maybe you do. I don't know. But certainly do look around, and you might be able to get maybe that great DCC, which is a really nice collector's item to have. I'm certainly not selling my Bowie photos, so sorry. But Stephen might be up for selling a few more. Who knows? Anyway, that's it for me today. Thank you very much for watching. I'm Wolfie Rankin. Take care, look after yourself, and come back and see me sometime. See ya.